If you're inspo tanks, and make no mistake, you've come to the right place. Just give to Neil the time to straight up blow your mind with a new show of drawing a blank.
Welcome back to Drawing a Blank, and welcome back to more Wings of Fire ramblings. This week I've decided to finally take a crack at designing a character from the third series and discuss some of my thoughts about the dragons of Pentala. Minor spoiler warning if you haven't read up to the third series yet. I wanted to draw more Pentalan dragons, and Cricket has been a favorite since the beginning. This HiveWing with spectacles is right up my alley, and I love her. So it was only a matter of time before I drew her. Now, I haven't really drawn a whole lot of the Pentalan dragons yet, so I'm still very much in the experimental phase with their designs. I'll admit that the insect-based designs throw me a bit of a loop, but I'm gonna try and do my best to work with them. Originally, this drawing was just supposed to be a Wings of Fire Wednesday, and I was going to leave it at that. But then I got to thinking about HiveWings and their designs, and I was just having a time trying to figure out exactly how these dragons should move and behave. So I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time to talk about the HiveWing and Silkwing itch that's been bothering me. And maybe after dishing out some of my feelings and seeing all of your thoughts, I can come to some sort of peace of mind about all this. So sorry, Cricket, I'll be poking fun of your tribe here while doing your drawing. I still love you, you smart and funny little dragon. I just got a bone to pick with your dragon species. Okay, so my main problem mainly comes down to one big factor: how I expect the HiveWings to move and how they're actually described moving in the books. I don't know if it's just the artist and animator side of my brain that's just picking this whole species apart, but the way the HiveWings are described in the books, and Silkwings too for that matter, just confuses the heck out of me. HiveWings buzz, right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? HiveWings should absolutely positively buzz around like bees or wasps. And Silkwings, they can fly more like normal dragons, but their movements have a bit more spastic and irregular quality than like a Pyrean dragon. And Leafwings probably have very similar flight techniques to your average dragon, but with more gliding and drifting on the breeze and such. Yes? Everyone follow me? So why, then, does it feel like none of the dragons are ever described this way in the books? Blue and Cricket are mentioned to have been touching wings multiple times so far throughout this series while in mid-flight, and I'm just like, how though? How are you kids pulling that off? Touching Cricket's wing mid-flight would be like sticking your hand in a ceiling fan, and unless Blue was gliding, he should be way too clumsy to pull off that kind of maneuver. It's quite comical to think about, really. I also swear that the books have mentioned HiveWings and Silkwings folding their wings, and I tried. I really tried drawing it here on Cricket, but I just don't think it should work that way. I think HiveWings' wings are pretty stiff and rigid. Instead of folding them, they would lay them flat against their bodies. They could probably fold them if necessary, like to put something over their shoulder or to grab onto something with their wing talons, but it's just not as comfortable as pressing their wings down on their backs. I don't imagine HiveWings can really glide either. They have great aerial maneuverability, but they are either flying or not. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being really nitpicky, but sometimes it just feels like the dragons are being described like normal dragons most of the time, and I think that's a shame because it makes it harder to envision these characters as living and breathing creatures, and it's too bad because I feel like there's so many creative possibilities that could come from their more bug-like body structure. I wish the books would describe the humming or buzzing of HiveWings' wings. Like Blue could think something like, the hum of Cricket's wings in his ears and the way he could feel the warm air buzzing beside him was strangely comforting given their circumstances. Or, even at the opposite end of the spectrum, the buzzing of thousands of HiveWing wings suddenly taking flight filled the air with a hypnotic roar that drowned out every other sound and echoed in his mind as one singular message: danger. You know, I just want more descriptive tells about how these dragons move around. I gotta draw more of this sometime because it feels so vivid in my head, but then the books say something contradictory and it really throws me. Let me know if you've been having similar problems. I'm genuinely curious. I do want to reiterate that I am really loving the Pentalon arc and characters. I'm just a little confused and put off by the way that they're described moving around like Pyrean dragons most of the time. It's been the main reason I haven't drawn them much so far. Cricket's design was fun to come up with. I'm experimenting around with Pentalon designs, and I really like how Cricket turned out here. It's still a pretty complex design though, so I'm less happy about that, but I love her round features and the big soft eyes. The background was pretty impromptu, but I loved the warm colors from HiveWings book covers, so I wanted to play around with that color palette. I love warm, earthy browns and yellows so much. That is going to be all from me. Let me know your thoughts on all of this below, and let me know if you'd like another video of me talking about HiveWing, Silkwing headcanons I've got. I got a bunch when it comes to how I think the HiveWings would work and all that. I want to thank all the lovely people who've drawn fan art. The Bright Guardian Akira did art of my sunshine, awkward teenage son, Poolpaw. I'm totally honored, dude. Keep up the great content. Miss Blue Frost is rocking their watercolors again and did this amazing piece of Sean and I for Sean's birthday last month as a reference to a certain Mickey Mouse short we quote all the time. Thank you. Birdie in Orbit did this cute piece of Spotted Shadow sitting up on Wingclan's hills. Thank you so much. Spotty looks so calm and peaceful. And the legendary Bok Bok Choi did this beautiful drawing of Spotted Shadow. God, my dude, I love your shapes so much. This is wonderful. Thank you. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and remember to please stay inspired.